I just can't wrap my head around the idea that someone could give 20 years to this country, work through the night looking after dying children, put herself through university while raising her own kids and caring for a sister with cancer, pay for everything out of her own pocket, graduate with a first, and still face the risk of being thrown out. That is where these new labor rules are taking us, and it honestly makes me feel sick. Remember when the Pope went to Lampedusa in 2013? He stood on that beach surrounded by bits of broken boats and body bags, and he basically begged Europe to stop treating desperate families like a problem to be managed and start treating them like human beings. He said we should welcome them, protect them, help them stand on their own feet and feel part of somewhere again. A few months later, another boat caught fire and sank right there, hundreds gone. They were mums and dads, kids with dreams, people who could have been doctors or teachers here. And now we are seriously talking about sending officers onto our streets to hunt people down, taking their wedding rings to pay for paperwork, stretching the wait for safety to 10, 20 years. It is not strong, it is not clever, and it is definitely not cheaper. We are pushing away the exact people who are keeping our hospitals running and our care homes open. I have seen the other way work. Ordinary people in churches and villages got together, raised money, filled in forms, welcomed Syrian families they had never met, and it was beautiful. Everyone felt proud. We are talking about one asylum seeker for every 650 of us. That is not a flood, that is not a crisis, that is a rounding error. The only reason it feels big is because certain politicians keep shouting that it is. The division in this country is not caused by a few frightened people in small boats. It is caused by leaders who need us to be frightened. Give the Home Office the staff and money it needs, let people apply safely in France before they ever risk the channel, clear the backlog, and the whole thing calms down tomorrow. Denmark tried the tough approach. It tore families apart, ruined mental health, and threw away talent. We have the evidence it does not work, and we are copying it anyway. This is not about party politics for me. It is about whether we still have enough heart to be decent as well as strong. I want to live in a country that can look after people who have lost everything, because looking after them is part of what made us who we are. If any of this has made you angry or upset or even hopeful, please hit like for wins of thought and tell me in the comments. Honestly, if your community had the chance tomorrow, would you help bring a refugee family here? I really want to know what you think.